it's been a while since we've done one of these, huh?
Yeah. I feel like we should reintroduce.
It's been a couple months.
Yes. A couple months, yeah.
Since, I think it was these first, 11 or 12? 11? Yeah. So, yeah, I'm Trey Johnson.
Dustin Pools, Dustin DeWitty.
Marcus Tedesco.
And Lorenzo Montañez.
Yeah. And, it's Flash Pin. We're in a different area, as you could probably imagine or guess, because we're in my house now. We were in a friend's garage where we filmed our first event, but we're going a little bit different direction, so it's easier for scheduling to just do it at my house. All of this is going to look different going forward, but right now we needed to get some content up because we have some announcements to make, so we got to start pumping this content out. So just deal with it for now.
Yeah, let's kick off talking about ourselves, what we have going on. So August 31st, Flash Pin will have its second event. This will be a Flash Pin Invitational. Matches are pretty much solid at this point.
All super matches, right?
All super matches. I think we have 6 super matches.
6, working on that 7th, maybe.
Yeah.
Can we announce any of those matchups?
I feel like we could.
Yeah, because that last one, I don't think we're.
So let's just announce the ones that we know.
Yeah. Okay, so not in any particular order. Lorenzo will be going against Livingston.
Livingston Bond, yeah.
2 of the...
Livingston bought out of Houston, Texas.
Out of Houston.
Yep.
Strong guy. Livingston's been around a long time, competing at 176.
He's ranked in top 10, too, in Texas, right?
I think in the Texas rankings he is. Yeah.
And you two have already had a hell of a match.
Yeah. It was ugly, but I pulled out. I pulled it out.
It was so ugly that half the people turned around because they didn't want to see you snap your arm.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
But they don't know that we all know you go there all the
The
time.
way this guy arm wrestles is crazy.
No fear.
I have to admit, I was also wincing as I was watching.
Yeah.
I was wincing for sure.
Yeah, he isn't afraid to completely commit his frame and just drive into it sideways.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's crazy.
You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
Yeah. And Livingston went into the fire with you.
Yeah, you
He
did.
totally took your hand.
I mean,
You lost your wrist completely.
yeah, but it's arm wrestling,
Caught him
so
above the pad.
yeah.
You brought him back over.
Crazy.
It was
Crazy.
crazy.
Straight side all the way back over, and you beat him.
Yeah, I feel like that match is gonna go much more differently. I mean, we're gonna be competing both left and right. We'll both be really fresh. We've been training like beasts, and I'm just really looking forward to tearing his fucking way off. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested for sure.
I think it's hard to know how it's going to go because it's a tournament.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all we have to go off of.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's the end of the
And
bracket.
Livingston takes a super match very seriously.
It was hype though at
pretty crazy.
States. Like that was.
Probably the
I
best
was
match.
trying to ref, and then
watching on YouTube?
I think my head ref even didn't allow the match that we were supposed to be reffing start because
Oddly.
it was so hard. Like we wanted to watch.
Yeah.
Oddly, the best match.
Yeah.
That's the best match.
I did too. The whole place was like, what
The whole tournament.
And Tamp, my wife, is just screaming in the corner, like, "Get him!"
We're like, Jody, calm down. Calm down.
Exactly.
Asian Jody's going
Shout
on.
out Jody Lorette.
Yeah, she was on one. All right, so that's Lorenzo and Livingston.
Yep.
And then we got Trayton and Polanco. Is that how you say his name?
Yeah.
Trayton Black, James Polanco.
Trayton Blanco.
Yep.
Trayton Black and James Polanco. James is a cop out of El Paso. I honestly don't know a lot about him. I'm surprised we haven't been in tournaments together. Maybe we have once or twice, and I just didn't know who he was. Trayton trains with us. Mm-hmm. He's heavy into weight training now, which is interesting.
Yeah.
And, it's an interesting match.
James was interesting to me. He hit us up after. He was like the first person to hit me up after our first event. He was like, "I love y'all's promotion. Get me on there." I was like, I don't even know who you are. And I didn't look him up either. I was like, all right, like there's way too much going on. And then he reached out again when we posted the GoFundMe. right? And he donated. And I was like, okay.
Oh, that's great.
This dude is like all about it, right? There's few people that are in
come out of
Texas
pocket.
that are just like,
Ride or die.
love y'all shit, like let's go. And I was like, fuck yeah. So I saw him at that 176 round robin that Greg Gray went to.
Oh, yeah.
I think he got 2 wins, and then he went out. And, you know, whatever. Lost. Not lost, but, you know.
Yeah.
But he got 2 wins. I'm pretty sure he got 2 wins. And, you know, Greg didn't get any. So I was like, that's interesting. You know, like maybe this dude does know how to pull a little bit. And I watched him, and he's a hype guy.
Or he
He's
was
a
in the
young
other
guy.
bracket.
He could have been on the other side,
Yeah,
but,
I don't know.
you know.
So have we? I know we're heavily influenced by Aries. You know, if our viewers don't know that, a lot of our matches are
Based
correct me if
on
I'm
Aries.
wrong,
Yep. Oh, yeah.
matchmaker.
Yep, 100%.
AERS.com.
The very first thing I'm going to is Ayers.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, right away.
That's what we
That's going
base
to tell
it.
you a lot in terms of how these athletes are going to match up.
So that's what I did. I looked him up because he was like, me and Trayton were pretty close. And I was like, why do you say that? And he was like, well, he's like number 70 on Ayers and I'm like number 78. And I was like, what? So I went on Ayers and looked, and sure enough. They were
And
right
they
there,
line
and I
up
was
interesting with him being better right and Trayton being better left, and they're going to go both arms.
Right. That's going to be fun.
It's going to be a banger. Another thing about the event that we haven't really even hashed out, and that me, Caleb, and Michael Bedwell have been talking about.
Let's
Finish the card first. Finish the card. Okay.
Hold
Hold that thought. So, all right. So that's James and Trayton, and then we have. After that we have Michael Bedwell versus Caleb Ricks, right and left.
Right and left.
Yeah.
Right
And that's
and
like
left.
2:30.
At 2:30.
Big boys.
And how many matches is it going to be? For
They're
each of
gonna.
these?
It's
Is
going to be 3 out of 5.
Best 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
Best of 5.
Everything best of 5 across the board.
Okay.
You're pulling that list up.
Yeah.
I know we have Mac Rodriguez versus
Yeah, Mac Rodriguez
Isaiah.
versus Isaiah
Martinez.
Isaiah Martinez is strong as hell.
Yeah, that
He's
man-
built like a brick shit house.
That boy is big,
Yeah.
just thick all around.
he's,
You know, like
he's
just
wide.
wide as all. Yeah, I know he played football. I don't know what
Very
position he
wide
played,
person.
but he played football.
Yeah, he's a
in
big,
Texas.
big boy.
He's just all bicep.
Yeah.
That'll be a left-hand only match.
wrists, and,
Left hand only.
Yep.
All right. Mac's been on a tear lately, man. He's
strong. This is a right-handed match, right?
Left-handed.
Left hand.
Oh, left-handed. Okay.
Left-handed.
Juice. Isaiah's got a big wall to climb.
Yeah, after what we watched him do with Brian Sitton.
Bro.
I think Mac is sitting at number 2 in Texas
Yeah.
comfortably.
yes, I think so too.
Yeah.
Super
So Isaiah's that's a
Yeah,
tall
and
order.
Nick Adams, who was going to be his match, is the one that said Isaiah deserves and needs this match. And he thinks he can win it.
Well, they trained him.
They trained
Nick
together.
Adams.
Yeah, he said his left feels crazy.
And Nick Adams is number 1 at left hands in Texas, so he would know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. We also have hometown Austin gets Tapia
Yes, sir.
against Abelardo.
Gitzel Tapia. Oh, right.
Yeah, Abelardo wants his revenge.
Abelardo wants revenge. Abelardo out of Louisiana.
Abelardo
Are they
revenge.
both new?
155ers. Abelardo's been around.
I've never heard of him. Tell me about him.
Yeah, he's out of Louisiana. He's
Give me
jacked
one
Super
second,
strong.
guys. Hold on.
What weight?
at 155. He's jacked. He's strong. You making sure we're great?
And he's fast too.
He's fast.
He's fast.
Yeah, he's nails though. He's in really good shape.
Yeah.
Whereas Getz is just a freak.
Yeah.
Getz, you'll look at him and you're like, okay, we're gonna arm wrestle.
Yep.
And he'll break you down.
Yep.
And I'm sorry, you already told us the weight, but 176?
155.
155.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what makes
Is
this
this
one
the
so
first
interesting.
time Getz has competed at 155?
No. Getz just went his last tournament. He won at 176
Yeah, he
and
tore.
155.
And 155.
He took both
Yep.
classes pro. And it's like, okay, people just don't know that little boy is a freak.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he's coming into his own. He's manning up. He's putting $500 up for this match.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, he so
Right hand only.
Abelardo was at end of the year bash,
Yeah.
and he lost him.
Oh, yes. Curly
And
hair.
right
Remember
after
exactly
that
what you're talking
happened,
about.
he was like, That Spanish dude, whenever he wants another match, you let me. He was not happy.
Yeah, he's been writing Trey up ever since that day, asking to make that
when
match.
When is it? When can we do this? I was like, all right, let me.
So if people want to see that match, they go to our YouTube channel, go to our live streams, Into the Year Bash.
If I can remember, I will maybe even put a clip of you and Livingston and him and
Ooh, that's fun.
At this point, I'll just splice it in there real quick.
Oh, that sounds really cool.
Yeah.
What else we got?
So we talked Isaiah, we talked Mac, that's Getz. Then we go into, we talked Caleb and
Michael Bedwell.
Let's just talk about that for a second. Because that is 2 of the top 10. Caleb left, Michael right. They're both on In the Hook.
Yeah. So 10. We're talking North America.
Yeah. And Bedwell is 1,000,000% positive. He's walking away with both hands. Woo. He's like, yeah, it's not even close.
Bedwell's a man of, that type of confidence.
Yeah.
Are they putting money down?
I don't know yet.
I mean, with that type of confidence.
I might start that in the chat. Be like, oh, you guys, I'm just trying to figure out if anybody's putting money down.
But
I will say, Caleb at 230, Caleb's a different creature. But Caleb's jumping around in weight, and Bedwell's getting bigger.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see how that comes out. And then we have main eventing Kalen Gilstrap versus Roman Gromov. Gromov.
Yep.
And this is Caleb's shot at, as high as you can get, not called 100 knobs at this point.
Yeah, if Caleb beats Roman,
Roman's number 1 left, number 2 right now.
Yeah,
in the States.
North America.
What is Kalen Gilstrap rated on?
I think he's 7. On Aries. I'm not sure.
AERS.com, people.
AERSarm.com.
Hit it up.
AERSarm.com, people.
Shout out to Corey Miller, Frank Callahan.
Yeah.
Frank Callahan will be joining us again to co-host with me.
Yes.
That'll be fun. He's a great behind-the-scenes company.
That'll be really fun. Roman is going to ref as well. He's going to ref with you.
Oh.
Yeah,
he's a down ref.
No, he'll be head ref.
I mean,
he'll be head ref. Okay,
he's an advanced senior.
Oh, very cool. Okay.
Kalen is 6th on right at 154.
And Roman is?
I think 2 or 3. He has like the most points I've seen. It's like 18 something.
He's a fucking astute professional. Mm-hmm. He's an assassin.
Yeah. But this is still a big opportunity for Kalen.
Well, after what Kalen did to Little Luna, man.
Yeah, that was
number 1
Beating.
on Airs.
Kalen is number 1?
No,
Roman.
That is not a small order.
No.
Is that at 154?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's
176.
4 at 165, 4 at 176. Wow.
What's Kalen at 154?
He was like
7.
Did I? No, I thought I just said it. Hold
on. Either way, Kalen's the underdog.
number 3.
Yeah, Kalen's the heart of Texas, is what Kalen is.
Yeah, he's the underdog for this match, and we are all rooting for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Roman's such a good guy, though. Even dealing with him to get him to come out here, he's the athlete that understands our vision, understands we're trying to grow something out of nothing. And he's like, yeah, I'm in. Let's go. He's like, and I'll ref too. Like, oh, okay, yeah, let's get you out here. So it's really given Kalen the opportunity to shine. And it's an honor to have Roman come out and be willing to pull with these guys on this caliber of show. Yeah. And allows us to shine a bit because a lot of people, I expect, are going to want to see that match. Because Kalen turned a whole lot of heads. When he beat Luna, he went in that and he got inside with Luna, which everyone was like, well,
Isaac Luna.
Yes.
That was at the Super
64.
64, yeah.
Yeah, and Luna and him went in, and I was like, well, he's dead. Yeah, he ain't dead.
Yeah. Nope.
Kalen.
You thought Kalen was dead.
Dead. And yeah, Kalen.
Very much the opposite.
Kalen looked fantastic. It was a very dominant performance. And when I talked to him about this match, he's like, timing-wise, this is not how I saw this going. But I'm all over that. Let's go.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, he
I
was.
wonder what he meant by timing.
Because he wanted to go with Kevin Palco. He wanted to go with Cody Wood.
Like have matches with them?
Yep, on the way to Roman.
He didn't think he would get a chance at Roman.
Yeah, he just thought.
okay.
Yeah,
I
he
was
thought
gonna
it.
say.
He thought he would have needed to raise his stock
For the,
to get this opportunity.
Yeah.
But like I told him, when opportunity rings, you just got to grab and go.
Yeah.
You can still have those matches.
Especially after you become the dog.
Yeah.
Oh, you know that those guys are going to want matches with Kalen.
100%.
It's not even up to Kalen anymore.
I mean, what if Kalen smashes?
When you're king of the hill, you're the biggest target.
Yes,
You know?
definitely.
So he's going to have a target on his back if he beats Roman.
And I just want to say, Corey Miller will take any taker at 205 to 185. Anybody who wants to get it.
Yeah, get in contact
So-
with Dustin DeWoody.
Yeah, just reach out to Dustin Pulls. I'd happily make a match happen for you guys. Robbie Russell talked about having the match. I just don't know that we can make it all happen for him and what they need to get both of them out here.
Yeah.
So if it's just that you want to crack at Corey and you're a name that Corey would be interested in pulling, and Corey's the guy who's like, I'll just pull whoever, it doesn't matter, I'll break him.
If you're a guy at 185, you need to be like one of the top 5 guys.
To play with Corey,
North
definitely.
America.
Definitely.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, or you're like a 209 guy that loves cutting down there. And
You wanna get
still
crazy.
Strong.
Yeah. Corey, what do you think? Like the top 20, 209 guys in North America would be a match for Corey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like
Any
that.
of those. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, anyone there.
Yeah. Matt King, the offer's still out there for him.
Matt King.
He's waiting to find out, where he's at with East First West before he does anything.
Yeah.
So one of the other things I wanted to discuss is what Michael Bedwell and Caleb have been talking about, where you run all right and left hand matches to the end. They don't leave the table. You do their right hand match, flip it, let's fight, and you do their left hand match. Those people don't leave. You don't cycle out and then have the left hand match for Roman and Kalen go all the way
They
through.
go 3 out of 5, right?
Yeah.
And then they
get your winner
switch.
And you swap over to 3
Yeah.
3 out of 5.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's like a blitz.
I like
Blitz.
Of a
But,
match, 2
but
matches.
what
in
I
a row.
like about that a lot is that you're still warmed up.
Yeah,
I
and
feel
you're already
like-
in it.
I feel like when
Your
you do,
adrenaline dump doesn't go down and come back up.
Exactly. You're still
You stay and
riding that
fight.
wave, whatever it is. So
Yeah.
that's a great idea. I mean, if we can do that, I'm down with it.
It's something
We're gonna have to
different.
be
Yeah.
in good shape.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is like if we don't have, like if they have a war on right and then we switch to, like they need to probably have like at least 10-minute break and then go left. Because I think we'll be doing a disservice to whoever loses by not giving them that rest. Because we know what happens when you output that much. It's not the body part, it's your central nervous
No, I
system.
get it.
Is it
Like,
a disservice?
I'm
though,
a
or
freak,
or
so
can
I
you-
don't care.
Would is it a disservice, or could you just say that athlete just wasn't up to par?
That's another thing. What if that's just how we ran it? That's what me, Caleb, and Michael were talking about.
You
Like,
can if you want.
those
but
guys
I-
are like,
just
we're
wasn't
athletes.
good
Yeah, we came to fight.
Yeah, that's fine, but
to
I
the
know
end.
exactly what's going to happen is, well, man, come back to me when I'm rested. When I'm fresh, it's going to be different. It always happens. It's the same thing with tournaments versus Superman.
Like we're giving them a cop out.
Yeah, it's a cop out now. It's like, yeah, I'll run it. Yeah, whatever. If I lose, I can say, oh man.
But I think there's always going to be some cop out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but couldn't you like a fighter make the same argument? This is a question for you guys. I'm not a fighter. Could a fighter make the same argument and say, instead of doing 5-minute rounds, on 5 rounds, I'm tired at the end of the 5 rounds. We did 5-minute rounds.
No,
If we
because-
do 3-minute rounds, it's a different fight. I'm beating you.
No,
It's-
because that's how they train.
Yeah,
We don't-
and
we
it all
don't
depends on
train.
how
That's
you
the
train.
argument
Yeah,
that
but
I'm
we
making.
don't train to do.
But
That's
they
true,
all
we
but
don't.
them all wanting
if
to
we
do it.
did-
If every athlete decides, yeah, I'm in for that.
Yeah, that's different.
You're completely changing the format of the sport.
Yeah, because like K1, they had a Grand Prix.
Yeah.
those guys would have five fights a night.
Night.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
And that was
Yep.
that shit got
That's
crazy.
crazy.
You going into your
So
next
they
fight
knew.
with
They
two
were
black
like,
eyes.
Should have give you
All
nuts.
swollen, yeah. Already bleeding.
I think we'll run this through the athlete chat. We left one match out. Tucker and Tom.
Tucker and Tom.
Tucker
Yep.
Keating
Tucker Keating,
versus
Tom Stubblebine.
At
Oh.
242,
Yeah.
At 253, 115 kg.
253.
Yep.
Wow.
Two big guys.
Two big boys.
Yeah.
Tucker is on the cusp.
Tucker is something special.
He is something else, man.
And you got Tom putting the Rambo do-rag on, training in the dungeons of Dimitri.
Hermit, yeah.
Like, he's ready to come out and kill somebody.
Yeah.
We just got to get him to talk about it. Tucker has some things he wants to happen for
Yeah,
that match
Tom.
to be a reality.
I miss your videos, Tom.
Yeah, your videos were entertaining.
Come on, man.
But I mean, the cave is good.
Interesting because he looks so unassuming.
Holy shit, yes.
Yeah, and I think that's because he's tall.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
taller than
Yeah.
you might expect.
Right,
He doesn't
right.
look very tall on camera. He's
Yeah.
pretty tall.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like 6'2",
Yeah, he's a big boy.
6'3".
Yeah.
He's not a small boy.
Maybe I'm giving him a little extra credit, but I think 6'2".
Easily. Yeah, for sure.
And 250. He's a large person,
He's a big boy.
right?
Yeah.
But when you look at him, you're not like. When I look at Tom, you're like, holy shit, Tom's fucking swole.
Muscle boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jacked as hell.
And Tucker is not.
No.
But
Yeah.
Tucker is secret powers.
secret powers.
He's got dark energy.
Secret tendon powers. That's what
Going Super Saiyan
Yes.
before every single
Every
match.
match.
You
Yeah.
know? Maybe
Which-
that's what it is.
leads to, like, once again, what I always think about is if you train like a fucking athlete, like the John Brzenk talk we had on Saturday.
Yep.
If somebody trained Tucker to put on size,
Jesus Christ.
What would happen? Yeah.
oh my God,
Yeah.
he'd be unstoppable. I don't know that anybody could stop him. I don't.
Yeah, because
I
he's
don't know
already
anybody.
crazy.
Already insane.
I don't even get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Good match though. It's good.
Tom is the underdog.
Definitely.
No question.
Oh, wow.
Tom's the underdog.
Yes,
Oh.
but I will share. I will share that after San Antonio on that side table, and it's a side table, right? We shouldn't take that stuff seriously.
In a tournament
But
in which Tucker
That
killed him.
Tucker, yep,
So a
Tucker
little
killed him.
context. It's
Yes.
San Antonio tournament.
Yep,
TAL.
yep,
This is the super heavyweight class,
Yeah.
by the way. Neither one of them cut.
right.
Tucker smoked everybody.
Tucker smoked everybody.
Everybody.
I was on that list of people that Tucker smoked.
Yeah.
But Tom took second place.
Yep.
And I think Tom even got a stop above the pad during the
Tom
tournament.
took second. Tom lost to Billy and
Yep.
Tucker. I don't know if Billy
Tom
took
took second or third.
Yeah.
One of those two.
Airsarm.com, we can look.
Yeah, we can look at the bracket. But during the after poll, Tom Tucker pulling, and Tom is getting practice pins on Tucker Keating.
Yeah.
Right-handed.
I think Tucker's being really sweet. Personally.
So you think he played with Tom a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that he's letting Tom play.
Maybe.
But
Didn't seem like it to me. It seemed like it was at first, and then Tucker was like, "All right, hold on."
If Tucker
'Cause you
was
know how
acting,
Tom is.
he's a good actor.
Yeah.
If he was acting, he's a good actor.
yeah.
I don't think he was acting. I think that in the beginning he was being nice, and then he realized that Tom was going through him, and then he was like, "Oh shit, this is a problem."
Oh,
I think it's a fun match. Tucker wants to put 300 in arm up and do both arms.
It's great.
Why is it not
We'll
on
see
here?
if Tom takes him up on that.
That's interesting. It's not in here.
That's okay. What about so we have Dustin, we got Frank doing commentary,
Yes.
Yeah, you guys were mentioning Bedwell.
Taylor Bricks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
We're just talking about how their match is going to be a little different
Okay.
Their
Yeah.
match will
Okay.
be different.
because they're going back to back, right hand and left hand
Right.
instead of spacing them out.
Okay. Yeah.
What about rules? We haven't really established any rules.
Yeah, I like how you said that you want to make your own. That
Yeah.
was
Oh,
that big
please,
time.
set grip.
Yeah.
Set grip.
Just set grip.
So we're gonna have Marcus,
I don't
Nathan.
know about that.
And just say go. No ready.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. Set grip and just say go.
Talk about that.
That would be amazing.
I'm actually interested to get the thoughts of our viewers.
Okay.
As well as the athletes on the card.
Yeah. I mean, that's just my like. I was listening to Giannis and Devin. They had a conversation and they were saying the same thing. They're like, we need to get rid of ready.
So there's like we did our last event with IFA rules.
Okay.
Which are the same rules that most tournaments are using.
Yeah.
So if you go to a TAL tournament,
Mark
you're
Bell
using
was in
IFA
Masters.
rules.
Okay.
So he went 4-2 as well. That's pretty confusing because there's his win on Mark Bell.
Confusing.
I think we should wait for that.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go back to it.
IFA rules.
Yeah, so our last event, we used IFA rules. For this next event, I think we're going to make our own flash.
That sounds amazing.
Make our own
I was
proprietary
saying
rule
set grip and no ready, just go.
Well, and that's because...
My God, I love Just Go.
That's because that's what IFA rules are, and that's the gold standard for rules. But those are tournament rules. Those are not super match rules.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are not rules that are conducive to entertainment or television. You know what I mean?
Because of how long it takes.
Because of how long it takes.
Yeah.
And how many stops there are during the match.
And maybe this isn't all ironed out on your side yet. And Marcus is the head ref of this event. What changes are you making?
Well, nothing's set in stone. I was telling Lorenzo I'd love to get the thoughts of our viewers as well as the athletes on the card. He's saying things like, let's do set grip, no ready, just go.
I don't like it.
Because I was like, I don't know if we're going to do that.
Well, the ideas that we have behind making it engaging for the viewer, that is not part of it. It's just, it's like, what the fuck is that? Like, all right, just go. Like,
we talked about this at our last live stream. If you recall, how Devin Larrett can't even control himself in a set grip.
Yeah.
And you really have to, like, foul them. In the ref's grip.
Okay.
You know?
Well, how about just...
Because you can't expect an athlete like Devin Larrett to close his hand fair and keep his arm straight and not turn his shoulders.
Okay.
Losing the ready and just having go, though, would be pretty fucking awesome.
How about that?
Because the biggest cheated thing in arm wrestling is going on the Eddie.
ready.
Yeah, but then if you do that, then you have to say close your hands. And if you're saying close your hands, then you're doing a set grip. And if you're doing a set grip, then it's not going to be as fun to watch because they can't even get it.
I mean, but like, what if you just do everything normal and just don't say the words ready?
Yeah.
Then you're going to get a bunch of athletes saying, I wasn't ready.
It's going to be me because people fuck me all the time.
Yeah. Athletes are going to be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
I think way more people get fucked on.
That happens when you say ready.
It happens when you say ready, and it will happen in a second.
So if you don't say ready, because saying close your hands is equivalent to saying ready.
No. If you do it out of cadence, if you get people ready,
but even with close your
and you're
hands,
just the ref and you're in charge, I'm not. You already said close your hands. Hands are closed, and you're holding them, and you're getting them straight where you want them, and you go. Go. The hardest thing to control in arm wrestling, though, is when people go. Like people who are fast. They just go on the Eddie.
Yeah.
Like we all just cheat then. We all just go on the Eddie.
Well, now people are going on the close your hands.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying is that you don't go close your hands, go. Yeah. You say close your hands.
It doesn't matter what
but as soon as you say that. So like, look, close your hands. Go.
No.
Yeah.
But that's what happens. I watch it.
But a ref is no one's doing this.
We have our hands open.
And we close our hands.
Yep.
The ref
and the ref still has.
No. The ref is controlling. We're in a ref grip. We're not fighting each other.
Yeah, but as.
Okay, but then that's the same as saying ready go because I would still give you a foul.
Yeah, you would give me a foul if I go too soon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then why would we say close your hands go instead of just ready go?
You don't say close your hands go. You say close your hands. You're still holding me. You're a ref.
You're still
here. You're holding.
Well, you're not supposed to be holding. That's the problem. It's like you're supposed to be.
But right now in the ref's grip.
No. I'm saying anytime.
But right now, if he's reffing us, we're in the ref's
just
grip.
Going.
You would close my hand.
He would close.
In the ref's grip, I would close your fingers one at a time.
Yes.
And then he would.
And then you would do this.
Again,
and then
like wrist. Shoulders, whatever.
And then as soon as he sees us
ready,
good,
go, and then we go.
But as soon as he sees us good, instead, me and you are just ready, and it's go. Well, so that neither one of us gets to go ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to cheat you. Because I'm smarter and been around me.
That might work in a ref script because
I'm only talking about the ref script.
So is it always?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking
So
about
I thought we were
free grip
talking
leading
about
to
4.
ref
Yeah.
script.
No, I'm only talking about in the ref
So
script.
you don't want to do any free grips. You come up to the table and it's immediately ref script.
That's different.
But that's almost every single match.
Exactly.
90% of the time, any high-level athletes goes to a ref script. Let's go back and watch anything.
Yeah.
And
So what we do, instead of waiting for 30 seconds,
Maybe you're right.
we just go into a ref script every match. Why are we waiting 30 seconds? Let's cut that out. That's dumb.
I'll say this: when I went against Bedwell, I thought that's what he was going to do. He didn't. He stayed in it.
Because he just felt confident and just went right through.
I don't know, but
But you could have fought your way out of it and made it go to a ref script.
but I
if you
don't
want.
do that. I don't care.
But I'm just saying, we just cut. But they all do.
I do.
Do they?
I want to go to a ref script.
I do too.
I rather make people fight to get.
Yeah. The only way I'm not is if I think you suck.
I feel like I can get more of it.
Like if I think I can destroy you, then I don't care.
Yeah.
Then I'm comfortable, and it's whatever.
Then that's when I'm like, give me a rep script. I don't care.
Well, I'm the opposite. Yeah. If I'm gonna destroy you,
I'll
I'll let you
wrist
get as
a little
comfortable
bit.
as you want, so that you feel good, and I'll just go through you. If you're real good, we're typically fighting for position against each other. I'm not nice. I'm not going to give you everything you want. And you always take me to a ref script. There's not a single match I've done that I had a real match. Like it was going to be a fight that wasn't in a ref script.
Yeah. So
And
maybe that's the move then. Maybe it is
because of
just
entertainment
go straight
value,
to-
though, the time.
Yeah.
We're not going to sit and just hold hands for 30 seconds and he's going to fake look at his watch.
I think the point is you have to call fouls. Because even if you're saying
Fuck yes.
close your hands, go. If you're not saying close your hands, go. If there's not a cadence, then you're pausing and you're giving people an opportunity to move.
To move. Yeah.
Why wouldn't I say go right after I say close your hands?
Because I see that when they do the set grip, it's because they don't just close their hands, go. It's close your hands, they're watching
they're moving
people
still.
do this, and they're waiting for them to
Stop
get
moving.
steady.
Yes.
And as soon as they see a fraction of a second where they stop moving, go. That's where I'm at.
And so that's my
what I
next question is how, 3 fouls? 2 fouls, 3 fouls?
I like 3 foul
I like
systems.
3 fouls.
East versus West was doing 3 fouls. They went to 2 fouls in this last time, but they've been very relaxed on fouls.
Very relaxed.
So we're still only going to do 2. We're going to go back to only 2.
Yeah, I just
But
think
we're gonna be
relaxed is the most ridiculous things in the world.
Yeah, because
Just be strict. If your elbow lifts, your elbow lifts. We understand the rules of the game.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, just don't foul out. Like, don't be retarded.
Yeah, exactly.
Push your elbow down. Let's arm wrestle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's strict rules or no rules.
Yeah.
That's arm wrestling.
Because I was watching the latest Arm Wars, and that was very hard for me to watch.
Oh, it's so hard.
The fouls were insane, and he wasn't calling any of them. And it sucks because he was
and he's
wrestling
just
the whole
trying to
thing
get them to
himself.
fight. And they have a really
Right.
cool show. It's my favorite show.
Yeah, very cool show.
But
Like,
yeah,
that
you're
reffing,
watching this one ref try and control and what's a real foul and what is a.
not. And let's go back to the
now we're running
replay.
foul. We're live. We're live. Like.
But also, he was listening to the people in the background
Yes.
calling fouls too, and he would call it.
Yeah, that was rough.
Oh, so the audience is repping.
Definitely.
Slips. All slips go strap.
I think that's easy.
Yeah, for sure.
Now,
Intentional slips don't
that's
exist.
so that's
There's
my
no
thing.
intentional slip.
Because at Arm Wars, holy shit, it was people were like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know how people
Like
don't know how
Travis
to
did at
slip.
East versus
I was
West.
just trying the same
it's
thing.
like,
That was the craziest thing I think
That
I've
was
seen.
so crazy to watch.
Yeah.
it's like no way.
Yeah, but that whole rule in itself is so unsanctioned of a rule.
What rule?
The intentional slip.
Intentional
Yeah.
slip.
What do
Like,
you mean by that?
I've watched people intentionally slip
Yeah, all the time.
in a way that
It's-
goes by the rules.
There
Like
is a
me.
there is a gray zone.
Me and Ronnie will both go slip through people this way or fly backwards and come out.
Yeah.
I have never met someone who I couldn't slide through them and fly to the pad.
Yeah.
Well, I
It's
think
like-
there is, and I think they should stop. They should say you can slip like this, you can't slip like this, instead of saying you
Well,
gotta make it look like you're doing.
That's
it. It's
ridiculous thing to
that's
say,
Just
right?
say you have if you're gonna you just can't just openly let go and knife hand under.
No, that's
you cannot
crazy.
lift your elbow off the pad and let go. But if you loosen your grip up and you go under somebody,
but that is exactly how the IFA rule is right now.
Yeah.
I think it tells you these are the types of slips you can do, and you have to make
And I think that's fine.
Yeah.
good. That's really what the rules.
But that's the silly part. Anybody really good can slip.
Yeah, I think slipping in the losing position needs to be enforced.
Here's the thing.
That needs to be enforced. Slipping in a losing position when you're this close to the pad and you slip, that's a loss.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I think that's
totally
a loss.
Disagree.
But
totally disagree.
what if that slip is actually a slip because the other guy couldn't hold on to his fingers?
He didn't really.
That's not him slipping out.
I guess
That's the grip getting lost.
But if you're an inch away from the
pad, hold your hand and stop you from doing that. Somebody can.
I mean, I guess there's somebody.
Somebody's gonna hold your thumb and just not let you
go.
Yeah, we had a guy named Jason who peeled the skin on my thumb.
Corey Miller would probably try that. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Hold your thumb and not let it go.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that it should be no intentional slips at all. All slips go to strap. Doesn't matter where you slip. Above the pad, immediately off the go. Doesn't matter. All slips go to strap. Because the only matches that are going to finish out of the strap are going to be hook matches or flash pin. And everybody loves to see a good flash pin.
Everybody loves a flash pin.
Right. Yeah. And every other match is going to end up in a strap. Yeah. So just let them go to the strap.
Yeah.
If one of them intentionally slips, don't call a foul and make him do it again. Like, just go to the strap. That's where it's going.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's like, if we can just start the match, ready, go, or close your hands, go, slip, great. Now we go to the strap. It's like, now the match has started. You know, Devin Laird's commentary is pretty much like that.
Yeah.
He'll continue talking about the athletes while they're doing a free grip.
Yeah.
And then they slip and he goes, now we're about to see a good match.
And that's where
it's the same every time.
Add the entertainment value. It's at that point. So, like, I don't want to skip and just have every match in a strap.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, in a referee's set grip. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then if
we
they
do a
slip,
referee's grip.
Boom. Referee's set grip with a strap on. And
everything. Referee has control. Let's get a match going. Let's not stand here
negotiating
and do the game.
a grip, I always think is
ridiculous.
Such a waste of time.
Super ridiculous.
Yeah, and there's so much room for cheating guys who suck.
Yeah.
Like, I can control the webbing. I can get to where I want to be. And you're so doomed if you didn't fight back.
Right.
Yeah. And that, like, I'd way rather have a fight.
So I have an interesting question about reffing for rules for this. How do we feel about shoulders? Do we care or not?
Okay, which part of shoulders?
Square with
parallel to the table or parallel to the human?
So what people don't know is it's squared in IFA, squared to the leading edge of the table. So your shoulders, even if you're cocked, both shoulders you have to draw a straight line and it has to match up with the leading edge of the table. So you can be, if you're good at contorting your body, you can start like this. Most people can't. So that's why you see people doing this because they don't have the mobility. But if you're able to do it, you can twist your body.
So it would behoove me to go this way.
Yeah. I think Sandra said something.
Because my shoulder can get so far behind.
And the reason why he can bring his other shoulder, that's why he looks to the side so he can bring his other shoulder in. Further. So he looks over here so he can bring his shoulder in more and start really coiled up.
I think shoulders should be square.
To the table or?
Yep.
Yeah.
To the table.
Yeah.
I don't think that it's like life or death.
Yeah.
You know?
It's life or death. I think it's life or death. And against the guy who presses, it's life or death.
Yes. Against him.
Yeah.
Like if they get to set up.
If Jamil is able to get over his arm like this in the setup.
Jamal.
Jamal?
Jesus.
Whatever. The Golden Dragon.
Jamal, yeah.
If the Golden Dragon is able to start with his shoulder behind his hand, but the level of trouble you're in here compared to the level of trouble you're in here is so dramatically different. If I go against Willie and Willie is able to start here, I happen to be able to pull him out of it. But most guys, if he starts out here, he's fucking killing you.
So that's not, you're right. And that's not, I wouldn't let somebody that's obviously going into a press come with their shoulder forward.
Right.
But somebody that's about to go outside and it's obviously it's obvious they're going outside. Or even if you're going inside into a hook, it's like, you know, I want your shoulders to be straight. The last thing I'm going to look at before I say ready, go, most of the time is going to be your shoulders. Mm-hmm. That's the last thing I'm going to tell you to straighten out is your shoulders before I give a ready, go. But it's also not extremely important to me to start a match. It's just not.
Yeah. Yeah,
I would like that very well paid attention to.
Yeah,
very much. It's a big deal to me.
I think specifically for inside,
especially for inside, and for inside versus the outside.
About shoulders, like for pressers when they're going for a pin and their shoulder goes over the center.
Well, we should be watching that for sure.
Blonsky's shoulder goes over the center,
and that's disgusting.
They're not calling it.
Most of those guys that get stopped, that's what happens.
Yeah. Jerry Cataretta is actually pretty good about keeping the shoulder away.
Yeah, he stays with it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's pretty good about that.
Yeah.
But somebody like Camille Jablonski's it's like SpongeBob.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, he takes up the whole fucking table.
Yeah, he definitely goes over the center.
Yeah, like he can't even get through a doorway.
But you believe you would persecute that person.
I would definitely call him on a foul. Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah.
But then again, should we be calling fouls on that for like an entertaining super match?
No, we're in a sport. We're in a sport.
At least.
We're in a sport that has rules. Yeah. Of course, we follow the rules.
Yeah, I think...
Like 9 yards isn't a first down.
Right.
It's the Super Bowl. So it's first down this time.
Right,
They're like, come on.
They might go into overtime, though.
It's 9.75.
Yeah, exactly.
I really...
all stay the same.
Yeah, I like the idea of the ref having a lot more control. It's why I'm like, let's start in a ref script.
Especially for a super
The ref gets us all normal. Our shoulders are squared up.
Yeah.
This... I can look at when I go against somebody who's pressing and I know, like James English, and I'll smash him.
Yeah.
But if I let James English get to here, that's a big bad boy. I'm in mad trouble. And especially if the ref let him start right here.
Yeah.
I'm going outside, this is a problem.
And I think the reason why a lot of this stuff doesn't get called is because a lot of the refs are actually arm wrestlers. And they just want these guys to pull. Yeah. And I think
just
that's
let them arm wrestle, it's a problem.
I think if there were more referees that were just referees, they wouldn't let a lot of this shit go. They would just be like, no, the rules are, all the rules.
It's like, I want to see you pull too, but do it within the rules.
Within the rules. Yeah. If we have the rules that your shoulders out to a square, I don't, this happens so much. And then you just
you will literally square me as... an asshole, you'll square me, and then I'll...
And then it's like, no, shoulder in, okay. Okay, shoulder in, okay. All right, ready, go.
That's crazy! That shit makes me sick. I'll be watching an event.
That's like what every athlete does.
All the time.
Which is why the last thing I'm gonna square your shoulders in the beginning.
Yeah.
And right before I say go, I'm gonna look at them again, and I might say shoulder.
I think the most important thing a ref can say at that moment is, "I will foul you for moving your shoulders." Do you understand? Do you understand? I understand. That's it. You're getting fouled.
Yeah.
Right? You tell them exactly what's up.
I usually say, "Don't move your shoulders. I'm gonna give you a foul."
Yep. That's the key. To be a ref that isn't afraid to say...
In a ref script, obviously.
To say, listen, when I square your shoulders, you cannot move them. I will give you a foul.
Yeah. Most of the guys aren't even listening at that point. Either they're so focused on, getting their setup together, but that's their fault.
That's their fault.
What about fouls and losing position?
So that's a big one for me. I have used it strategically before.
I think they've stopped enforcing that.
Yeah,
of course they have. At this point, you can legitimately lift your elbow.
Yeah.
It makes for longer matches. I think it makes for good fights. I have had a mistake on the go, like I was asleep on the go, gotten taken to the pad, and I've also let pride get in the way of a match I could have easily won.
Yeah.
And I didn't lift my elbow, and I hated myself for it.
Yeah.
So to me, from a competitor standpoint, if you're not a guy who gets fouled all the time, you could use your fouls a little more strategically and play the game within the rule set. When the rule set is very clearly defined. If I elbow foul, I elbow foul.
Explain what the losing position is.
Yeah, so
Because a lot of people, I don't think, realize where the losing position actually is.
Your pin pad?
First, you should go to our YouTube channel and
Boom.
look at the Arm Wrestling Rules 101 video.
Yep.
Yeah.
Marcus explains all the IFA rules in
go
entirety,
in depth.
how they work. We even demonstrate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
And so that video will give you a pretty good idea of what the losing position is. But if these are our 2 elbow pads, and we're arm wrestling right-handed, you know, put my elbow down on this pad, my opponent puts their elbow down on this pad. My losing side is from the point of this pad, the point of that pad, all the way over to the pin pad.
Yeah.
The losing position is 2 inches below the top of the peg, the side of the table, or 2 inches above the top of the pin pad. That's losing position. So if anywhere from my wrist to the tip of my finger goes below that invisible line of the top of the peg, or 2 inches above the pin pad, I'm in losing position.
Yep.
And if I foul, according to standard IFA rules, if I elbow foul while my hand or fingertip, any part of my hand is in that losing position area, and I foul, it's a loss.
Yes.
As it should be.
Immediate loss. Yep.
Yeah.
And so the wrist pin, the wrist area for pinning is also a lax area. I think referees are not calling pins when the wrist goes below the line of the pin pad.
Because of where?
Because where is the line of the wrist on the back of the wrist, right? You can see the line on the front side, but on the back side, I think a lot of guys aren't calling it because it's curved. So you're like, okay, where actually is the wrist line?
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, it's, how do you call it?
I'm going to look at where your wrist starts to bend.
Yep. So when you're setting
About
people
right
up.
there.
Yep.
About right there.
Yep.
That's where my wrist starts to bend, or if it's on this side, it's here. And I guess it would be up there.
Up there. Right.
Yeah.
Right. But when you're,
So it's different.
when you're in extension, your wrist line is much lower.
Yeah.
When you're in flexion, your wrist line's higher.
Right.
So it's like,
But this is considered my wrist line, right? Down here, when I'm like this, as you pull me down.
well, this is why I bring it up because I don't know.
Is that just considered a parallel pin?
It's hard to say.
It's
Well,
hard
that
to
depends
say
on parallel would
because-
be in
Well, parallel is just
Yeah.
like not on the pin pad.
this
At
side,
the height.
rather than this way.
It's at the height of.
But if I'm going towards the pad, let's say even I'm inside, like parallel.
Yeah.
Am I pinned right now?
no.
See, I'm just looking for
Well,
where.
maybe.
But like if you were reffing and looking down at
I'm
that
looking
pad,
for where your arm is obviously different from your hand.
Right.
Here, that's your arm. Here's your hand.
Yeah.
So it's got to be somewhere in between that.
Yes. And I always I call it here.
Yeah, that's a tough call.
I mean,
right
it's
there.
not an exact science.
It's
Yeah,
not.
that's a tough call
It's
right
not. But
Not an
man,
exact
Yeah.
science.
it's not. But there needs to be.
But if
like,
what if this
so-
part of my
We
arm,
need
if he's the
lasers.
pad,
We need
what
fucking
what
lasers.
if this part of my arm goes below the pin? Am I pinned?
Say it again.
This part?
This part right here goes below the pad.
That's not.
No, that's not a pin. It's only from
I can
here.
be so I can be like
Yeah.
this.
You could be resting on that.
Yeah.
And
I
hypothetically,
could touch the
You
pad.
can touch the pad as long as you
Hypothetically, yeah, your forearm can rest on the pin.
It
No,
can rest-
really?
Yes.
According
as long,
to the
it's
rules,
wrist,
don't say anything against that.
it's wrist to fingertip.
If
If
your
your
arm-
arm
if
is
your arm
long
is long
enough
enough.
to rest on,
Yeah, has to be long enough.
sit there. Yeah. And they have to push you over the back of it or parallel to it
Yeah.
for it to be a pin.
That's
Or
crazy.
if the pin pad's soft enough,
And
you
it-
have to like
and
push
it's
you
squishy.
down.
Depress it, yeah.
Or bend your wrist
Huh.
back.
Which
or-
is why,
something.
you know,
That's weird.
Devin's table with the string in that case would be better, right? Because
Yeah.
you'll break that plane.
Easily. Yeah,
Right?
easily. Yeah.
But that's why I'm like, maybe we should fucking draw a line.
The problem
on
with the
people's
string
wrists
is
or,
if
you
my
know,
forearm touches the string, now the pin line has been changed.
push down. But at some
Now I don't know
point,
where the pin is.
well, at some point on that string where it's probably closer to where the pegs are, it's still going to be taut. So you'll see it. You'll see
It'll be
it.
top downward though.
Yeah, but you'll see. You can still see like the line, right?
No, because the string is the line.
Oh, I
You
mean,
can see
like the
where the
imaginary.
string starts.
Yeah.
see-
Like
you
you're
can
like,
picture
okay,
imaginary
there's
line.
the holes.
Yep,
and
right.
so it's I mean,
There must be a
but
pin line there.
Yeah, that just seems like such a hard call right there.
It's pretty tough.
I wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
I have no say in this conversation.
That's why we use pads.
Yeah.
What else do you got?
The last one is, do we actually want to go to 5? I think we end at 3 wins.
Yeah, we're not going to 5.
Last time we were like, do we continue the
No,
match?
we don't. You know what's up. You guys fight. You guys hug.
It's
Go
over
home.
at 3. Unless you want to do best of 7, it's over once somebody gets to 3 wins.
I think 3 out of 5 is the way to go, especially when these guys are a lot of them doing left and right.
Yeah, agreed.
It's going to be short anyway. Like, we're not doing 5-6 hour streams. That's ridiculous. I don't care who's on it. I'm not watching that long. East versus West was that long, the last one. And
I know.
I
You watch
was
the whole thing, and many times I'm like, I got stuff to do.
Yeah, I want to do stuff. It's
I
Saturday.
feel
I
bad
want
for
to
my
do stuff.
family. They're all watching this with me. Like, is this over?
Yeah.
Like, no, it's not.
I started watching at 12.
Yeah,
But the good matches are at the end.
Right.
I know.
Yeah, and it's like 5 in the evening.
Wow. It's
Like, babe, you've been on your computer since noon.
And then like this last East versus West, and we're like, oh man, Murray's up. Oh no, Murray's up.
yeah.
Let's talk about East versus West.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, East versus West, it was great.
Yeah.
I thought it was good.
Yeah, I feel like
was long,
almost
but it was
all
great.
of those matches were like a dominant win.
Yeah,
I wouldn't go as far as to call them mismatches.
It's
Maybe
Hey,
a couple
pretty
of them.
I
damn
would
close.
say Artem versus Tom was a huge mismatch.
Yeah.
Arden
I
versus
mean, I
Tom's
think
was-
everyone can call that.
Well, let's
Or
just
Travis
call Tom's
Bajan.
really special.
Yeah.
Tom's is
Kalinichenko.
Travis Bajan
Yeah.
got the shoot up.
Mismatch.
Yeah.
like he didn't even belong.
But like even the
Yeah,
other
he didn't
matches
belong
that were
there.
good, that weren't mismatches, those were still dominant wins.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
3-0.
Yeah.
Artem got a flash pin. I don't know how it was a miracle. Shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
But he got a flash pin on Tom's.
Yeah.
Should not have happened.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So there were
But it woke
some
him up.
flukes
It woke
like
him
that.
up.
But
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
most part, almost every victory was, except for David Samusha and
That was-
Can we just talk about that match?
That was
That's like
match.
probably the
That was-
greatest match
that was it.
ever.
absolute.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Andre, right?
Andrea.
Dude, the way that this guy, every time he arm wrestles, gets to this position and holds
It's
it
so
reminds me of
crazy.
Bresh. And he just...
And he,
And I'm like, no, he's fine. And we're all talking, and we're like, I don't know if he's fine. And he's like,
he's like, yes, pulling back,
internal rotation,
Yeah.
gets it over to his, and you're like, this is... And Sasha would let it go back and crank it over again.
Dude, and like a centimeter away from the freaking pin pad, and the beat's just
bringing
like,
it back,
get
bringing
over
it
here.
back.
Yeah,
Get over
what
here.
are we watching?
I'm 9-time champion. Get over here.
Yeah.
35-minute match like that.
Dude.
That was
It was
awesome.
so good.
That was
Match
That was
that
so
to me
worth
that
it.
was worth
That was so
everything
worth
right
it.
there.
That was
Yeah.
the only match that wasn't very dominant.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, thank God, because it was 45 or so minutes.
Except for women. There was a good match.
Yo, the women took the show.
Yeah, that Japanese girl.
Japanese
Carolina
like him.
smash.
Knees
Oh
girl.
man, what's
Yes.
She's like my hero.
Yeah, she was
Dude.
great.
That girl came out of nowhere.
She was
Ayana.
like,
Ayana Takanaka.
Yeah,
Man.
that's-
Diane.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, I really thought she had that match, man.
against Demetra? Is that how you say her name? Demetra?
Her name is Dimitra,
Yeah.
Petrova.
And Demetra outsmarted her.
Yes.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And it was
Experience.
an experience
You can
thing, yeah.
But good on Dimitra because she was shooketh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's like, oh god.
She
Yeah,
was
like,
what
what are
where
you?
am I?
Yeah,
What's happening? You know?
Yeah.
But she got it together, and the whole time she must have a great coach.
They look like Olympians though, man. It
The
was
whole
great.
time they're like
Their
looking at the
professionalism,
corner,
yeah.
And
I
you
think-
know somebody's telling her what to do.
Well, I think
Yeah.
She's
Crossy,
like listening.
Crossy's her coach.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Crossy
Yeah,
is
and
like
they-
she does
I'm not
everything
surprised.
I say.
Yeah.
She does it perfectly.
Well, that's just most women in any
Yeah.
sport. They're great at listening, following, and doing instructions.
That's why their
Very
technique
fast.
looks
They're
so
just-
good.
Impeccable.
That's
Yes.
probably why she was able to make it out of that match. And
Yeah.
now that you say that, I do remember Craftsman.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she just like controlled where it was ending,
Yeah.
not even where it was going.
Yeah.
It went somewhere, and she said, "Yeah, but we're gonna bring it right over to here, and I'm just gonna screw you over
I
real
was
nice."
I was heavily surprised that she went out with that.
Let's go back to beginning first. Right? We already talked Artem and Tom's.
Yeah.
Carolina and Olga. Now, I do not like when people arm wrestle the way that Olga does.
Remind me.
Yeah.
When she's like here
Yeah.
and just like hanging on and just getting her shit stretched. Like, you're not coming back.
Yeah, that was.
You're not coming back.
That one was hard to see.
It was so hard for me to
Yeah.
watch that.
How about
wrist
how
was just
dominant
getting
Carolina's hand is?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean,
Crazy.
oh, it was unreal to watch. She would just go,
Yeah. And you just sitting on it.
Yeah.
And when you're tied to a strap, you're strapped to somebody else.
Yeah.
And somebody takes your hand like that, and
Yeah.
you're trying to.
and she's beautiful, kicking the shit out of this girl. Like, God damn.
I think the next match too is between Carolina and Demetria. Yeah, that's the next
Different
match.
weights, but Carolina can make the weight. No problem.
Yeah, for sure.
60 kg versus 65 kg.
Yeah.
Oh, no, they're
Yeah.
both 60 kg.
Yeah, they're both the same.
Oh, it was the same.
Both
Yeah.
60 kg.
I was pretty surprised by Daddy Ken.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. That, I think to
Yeah,
me,
because
that,
I thought he was gonna smash.
I
Yeah,
didn't
Yeah.
think he was gonna smash.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna
I
be a
thought he
war.
was.
I
I thought it was
gonna
gonna be a
I thought
war,
he was gonna
and I
beat
thought
up Oleg.
Daddy Can was gonna win.
Yeah.
But the way,
Dude,
oh
Iraqi
my
has
God,
just
Oleg.
been looking too freakish for me to think that anybody's gonna beat him dominantly.
I mean, the way he went through.
We're
Todd
talking
Hutchins, too.
Irakli and Prudnik.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oleg.
I'm
Oleg.
thinking of
Oleg Petrenko.
Petrenko.
Oleg Petrenko
Yeah.
versus Daddy Ken.
Yeah,
Yes,
yes.
you're right.
Yeah, Oleg is. He's something else.
Yeah, that boy's on a new level right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that
So
win.
that's what I'm thinking is. Oh, now the next match is Oleg versus Iraq.
Irakli.
Yeah.
That's
That'd be
the
a
next
really
match.
good one.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, and Irakli dominated Prudnik.
So yeah, no. Now that you say that, I had those mixed up. I was surprised to see Daddy Ken get beat by Oleg.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
We
thought he
all
was gonna
were. I
smash.
was like, oh, he's gonna.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the champion. You would think like,
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
He's like 28. He looks like he's 38.
oh my god, old as hell.
Like,
Daddy
as
Ken was
hell.
also surprised that he got beat.
he was super surprised.
Yeah, and the way Oleg was taking his hand, that was the part that had me bugging out because apparently Daddy Can has one of the best hands in arm wrestling, and for him to be getting his hand taken like that, I was like, oh wow,
Yeah, it was pretty
Homeboy's
brutal.
Been doing his due diligence on his hand and wrist. there.
Definite due diligence. Yeah.
And then who did Iraqi pull?
Prudnik. Prudnik.
Yep.
Kenny Prudnik. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Another surprising match for me. I love Irakli, and I did think Irakli had enough to win. I just thought that Prudnik would get him inside by round 3.
Yeah.
And that we'd have to see a can opener or something come out of Irakli. But instead, we just watched
Irakli
Irakli rip him to shreds.
Yep. And
that
whole,
was crazy.
That whole Georgian team was like, yo, Prudnik doesn't even know what's going to happen
Right.
to him.
Yeah.
That whole Georgian team was like, and they were serious. And
They
the
were
thing,
right.
too, is like, those guys are genuine.
Yeah.
Like, I think if Irakli was not ready, they would be like, well, you know, we'll see. But all of them were like, Prudnik, he's dead.
Yeah, he's gonna die.
That's what I was expecting to happen, just based on a practice video with Levon and Irakli that came out like a week ago or something. No, it was more than that. It was a couple
Yeah, it was like
weeks
2 weeks
Like
ago
2-3
when they
weeks
had
ago.
like the whole Georgian team
Yes.
and
Yeah.
Levon. It looked like Levon was having a.
Yes.
He looked like he was
Levon.
struggling.
He was holding on.
I was
yeah.
like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
not training.
And after seeing Irakli give Levon trouble and pin Levon several times
Yeah.
on the table, I'm just like,
Yeah, and he was looking crazy left and right in that practice.
I think that Devin and Irakli is a match.
Could be.
Stop.
I know. I knew you were going to say that. Stop.
I
That
mean-
is a match.
I
dude.
mean, he called them
Mark
out, kind
my
of.
words.
He
Mark my
kind of
words.
called him out, so you know.
It's going to be a
At
match.
what weight? At what weight are we doing that?
Was that 115?
Yeah, I don't know.
At 115 kg, 250 pounds?
No, I don't think
no,
so.
no.
I think it would be like
105,
probably-
sorry.
105.
105.
yeah.
105. Yeah.
Well, 105 for. Well, I mean, they're in one of the 105 class, but yeah, it could also be 110. I don't know. But yeah, I mean,
110.
yeah, but it's 105 is the class, and I'm sure that
Thank
Devin wants that.
What did
Belt.
they
Yeah.
fight at?
What is the belt that Devin has currently? Or had?
Heavyweight.
He doesn't have.
It wa-
wait, now he has
115.
heavyweight, right?
115, right?
Heavyweight. Yeah.
250.
Or was it 110?
No, I think it's 250. It's 115 kg. Which is 253.
So at 215 or 115, that's 230. Yeah, 253.
253. Yeah, who's there for him there?
Man, I don't even know the rankings.
If he drops down one more weight class, then we need to see him and Todd Hutchings. Todd Hutchings killed Irakli.
Yeah.
Let's go with Todd and Devin.
The thing with
That's crazy talk.
I don't want to see Irakli versus Todd again. I'm not sure that's going the same way.
So I think with the Irakli Hutchings, and I'm a huge Hutchings fan. I love that dude.
I do too.
I think Irakli was a little hurt in that match.
Why do you think that?
Well, the Georgian team, even before that match, talked about it. And then after it, Irakli was like, I really want this rematch because I was not myself. I would really love to see that match run back. I think Irakli will give him a little bit more this time. I think Hutchings will still probably win, but I don't think it will be as dominant.
Weirdest thing with Hutchings at his age is I think he gets stronger
So
still.
crazy.
Because the way he trains.
I was going insane in my house.
His numbers continue to move along ever so slowly, as they should on the conjugate method.
Dude,
And
to see Krasi
Conjugate
bounce
method.
off of his arm, I was like, how strong is that man?
yeah.
that was crazy.
Krasi was like,
Yeah, but then again, Corey West beat Krasi years ago, and Todd beat Corey West. So,
And Todd
was-
beat Krasi years ago.
yeah.
Yeah.
well, so way more recently, Todd beat Corey,
Yes.
and Corey beat Krasi. So, I kind of expected that to go that way. Also, Todd gets stronger every match. So.
Yeah.
It's insane.
And we-
Yeah, him and Irakli, great match. Love to see it.
I think it's Devin and Rackley.
Yeah, I think that'll be a good match too.
Yeah, if he can
Maybe.
get, I don't know. I just want to see Devin at 250 pounds. He's
I don't want to see him how he is now.
not at all.
I do not like where Devin's at right now.
Yeah,
He
he
needs
looks.
to stop fasting.
Yeah, he looks weak as hell.
Looks-
He looks like a
Like,
vegan.
when
I mean, he's great. He's amazing. But
and
man,
the
I think
only
he's
reason I
just
say
more
that
amazing than
is
that.
because what was happening, left-handed. No, with Chance.
Oh yeah,
Before-
chances
before
is
the event, I was
bink,
like,
bink.
damn, Chance, like what? And then we saw what happened.
Yeah.
And Devin's like, I haven't eaten 7
Yeah,
days.
he's
Chance,
like-
relax.
Yeah, he's like, I haven't eaten 18 hours, guys. You guys beat me up.
Can we talk about that Ibrahim chance? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I think
Ibrahim's
that was a
crazy.
Oh my.
mismatch.
Now,
I don't know why. I was talking to you guys about this
Yeah,
earlier.
for sure.
Ibrahim lost to Sergey recently, right? And then,
Yeah, Ibrahim and Bajent would have been better.
yeah, Ibrahim and Bajent would have been better.
Bajan and Chance would have
But
been
I
better.
think Bajent
That would be
and
way
Chance-
better.
Bajent and Chance should have been the Challenger Series. They
Yeah.
should have had that match during the Challenger Series,
Yeah,
and
that
then
would've been
like
good.
whoever won maybe had one of those matches. You know what I mean? But
That'd be too soon after.
that's
But yeah,
that.
you're right.
Well, I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it seemed like a huge mismatch.
I think that Travis is cool. Like, it's his right hand. Who
Yeah,
cares?
yeah, right,
He's a
right,
left hand
right,
demon, we all know. His left came out swinging. Great.
hard.
Like, I'm not upset at him for losing at all.
Yeah.
That dude he went against is the fucking chieftain, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he's a dangerous guy, for sure.
Yeah, and apparently he's been playing with Prudnik, so man,
Yeah, sorry, I love watching his videos. The training
yeah,
videos are good.
super entertaining.
Yeah, very entertaining.
Yeah.
Russian dude. What about Adam versus Vladimir?
Adam versus a jar of mayo.
I just felt bad.
I felt so
He got
bad.
beat up. It was like the first time in middle school you get beat up by somebody.
Adam's
How I felt.
Adam's like my hero.
Yeah.
And watching
Yeah.
him lose, I was like, God, another guy that's like Dimitri, who doesn't look like he can move a bag of trash and kills it.
He's not that modest looking.
That's what I said.
The guy that went
Adam?
against Adam?
Oh,
Adam is
no, he's a
huge.
tank.
Yeah.
Adam's a tank.
Tank.
The other guy was
The
just
guy is like,
Big
what?
scary biceps. Like I'm pretty sure.
yeah. Adam's a
The
monster.
other guy has no biceps.
The other guy had
Right,
a
right.
crab claw.
Yeah,
One
yeah.
crab claw.
Yeah.
And it's a devastating crab claw.
Devastating.
That's it, man.
Obviously, he's amazing.
Yeah, and Adam was not prepared for. He was just like
Adam probably thought he was going to kill that
again,
man.
He got shooketh.
Oh my God, that first hit was like
Devastating.
And then I was like, I wonder if Adam's gonna go to the strap. Like, can we go outside? He tried one time and then never went back to it.
Yeah.
It was like, oh,
method progressive overload. Get on the fucking show,
dude, it was crazy.
These guys train different, man.
Yeah, they do.
Well, East versus West in Orlando coming up here pretty soon. It's gonna be fun, huh?
We're all going.
Banger.
We're all
four
going.
of us are going.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're all going.
can't wait.
Yeah,
That's gonna be
If any
amazing.
of our viewers are there, come say hi to us.
Yeah.
We'll be walking around in flash pin shirts. You'll see
sir.
us.
Yeah.
You'll see us. Yeah, it's gonna be.
Couldn't be more excited. I think it's gonna be the biggest arm wrestling event of all time.
And we're all staying at the hotel that all the athletes are staying at, so
It's gonna be
it's
crazy.
gonna be crazy seeing everybody in the lobby or whatever. And
You're thinking biggest arm wrestling event of all time in terms of spectators.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be
Yeah.
like over the top.
I do too.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
not
yeah.
talking like it's gonna have the most pay-per-view buys ever.
No,
I think
no.
most people are gonna try.
There's
live.
so many
And
people
I
are
think-
gonna come.
I don't think they're prepared to be completely fucking.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I
think it's gonna be
it's
bonkers.
gonna be it's gonna be like shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna
Everybody's
get there
Yeah,
on Saturday.
everybody's
We're gonna
gonna
get there early as hell. Get ourselves situated, and I'll fight for my spot.
Yeah, but you know there's a press conference on Friday.
Yeah, but that's only for the
I'm
VIPs.
trying to be there for.
Yeah, I don't care about any of that. I have too much going on. But, yeah, put me on the list.
man. I'll be there.
Yeah, but the dude, it's gonna be such a big
How did you
mega
find that
event.
out that it was only for VIPs press conference?
It's part of the package.
Yeah, it's part of the package. Yeah.
There's like a lot to the
So
package.
you guys have already talked about.
Yeah, he told me that they
Yeah.
got it, and I was considering it, and I was like, this event coming up, already paying, to get Haley and the baby and stuff down. I was
much is it?
like, I can't.
Well, the excluding the room, it came out to 1,100.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, and then you get to go out for dinner with them. and shit.
Dinner.
I don't know, man. I've never been
all
around
that
this
stuff.
caliber of like arm wrestlers, so I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm
like,
all in.
If you have the free funds to do
Yeah,
it, I
I'm
think
all
you
in.
should absolutely
Yeah,
do it.
you
It's
know,
an
to
experience.
have a chat with Devin and
Right.
John and Todd, like to me, this is like priceless.
Yeah. Plus, you get the
Probably that why
cards,
they
right?
didn't want me
Signed
there.
cards.
Oh, I'm so looking forward to signed cards and
Yeah.
all the memorabilia, dude. Like,
That's
I
what's
can't. I'm like, I wish I could just sleep
Yeah.
until August. Honestly, I wish you could just put me in a chamber and just like, yo, dude, you ready?
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny.
It's going to be a great
Yeah, it's gonna be fantastic.
Somebody's going to bring a table.
Yes.
It's going to take over the lobby.
Yup, Travis is gonna be talking mad shit. I'm the greatest. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, it's almost impossible for me to not come up with a table of my own while I'm there. Like I need it sitting by the pool with me.
Yeah.
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 Like I need to order a shitty table
Like
from
a shitty Amazon table.
and have it shipped there.
Just leave it at the hotel. When you're
I know people there.
You know people
yeah,
in that
yeah,
area?
Yeah,
Just leave it there. Yeah. And bring it in the hotel.
yeah.
Set
Yeah,
it
it's a
up.
great idea.
You
should have
can
it
break it
delivered to
down.
the hotel.
Take the
Ship
legs
it to the
off.
hotel, it'll be
Take
there
the-
waiting-
I'll help you with the shipping.
When you get there, it'll be there waiting
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, I'll help you with that shipping, for sure.
It's a good idea.
Well, you wouldn't have to pay for shipping.
So
It was
just to
Amazon.
have, through
Oh,
Amazon.
okay.
Just get the Amazon
Amazon,
table,
just have-
and we would just have our own table wherever we go.
You got Prime Day in a week.
Ooh. Very good.
Smart.
What is the... We're getting off topic. Sorry.
This is gonna be the
I was
longest.
like, oh, what
This
is
is
that
gonna be
deal?
the longest.
We have to start
podcast
wrapping
ever.
this up.
What's that?
We have to start wrapping this up.
Yeah. Artem and Vitaly, that was crazy. Vitaly's looking like a fucking demon.
Vitaly's looking like he's ready for the world. So
Yeah, he
I don't see
is.
him versus Levon.
That's the
it's time.
that's the Levon Slayer
I
right there.
think that Vitaly would have beat Devin.
Me too.
Absolutely,
too.
absolutely.
Months ago.
Yeah, Devin was definitely dodging him
Yeah.
for sure.
I think Devin has been dodging Vitaly for a few years. Actually.
Yeah.
There's a
Vitaly's
clip.
hand I hear is just
There's
the
a clip
sickest.
of Vitaly and Devin practice pulling in Russia. Have you seen it?
I went,
I saw them in this
There's
last
a
event.
well hidden. I don't know where I saw it, but I've only ever seen it one time.
Yeah.
But there is a video of Devin and Vitaly practice pulling right-handed in Russia.
Yeah.
And Vitaly was going through Devin.
Yeah.
And this was when Devin was there for his left-hand match with Dennis. So 2017 or something like that.
Oh, that was a slim Vitaly.
And Devin had already practice pulled with Dennis, but I'm sure Vitaly had also practice pulled with people on that day.
Yeah.
And
I
Vitaly,
don't take a whole lot from practice.
Vitaly is going right through Devin, just like similar to this last video that just got posted.
Right.
Yeah,
And this was years ago.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They've obviously
Well,
both
Hungry
gotten
Devin's
better.
different for sure.
Hungry
Well,
Devin's different.
competition Devin's just different.
This was also before pumpkin training. This is before a lot.
Yeah.
This is like a 230, 40 pound Devin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But we also
The
have
Devin that went against Michael Todd, I gotta say,
Yeah.
I think that's the most
That was
dangerous
so
Devin.
long ago, though.
I know. I think that's when he was the most
Totally
dangerous.
disagree.
He's just
What
so
makes you
big,
say that?
big and dominant, huge.
He was only dominant against Michael Todd, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he would have been dominant that day against anybody not named Levon.
Yeah. I agree.
Crazy big.
Yeah, I agree. That
Really
day,
big.
yeah. Against anyone except LeVon, for
Except
sure.
LeVon. Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. Yeah. I agree with that.
I don't know. I think this last version of Devin was stronger than that.
At 250?
Yeah.
Yeah, 30 pounds less.
He
I
wasn't
don't.
250 for LeVon.
Yeah, 255 is what
Yeah.
he said.
That was, yeah.
I thought he was like 270 something.
No.
He was light. You can't even look at him.
That's a crazy difference.
The
30
first
pounds
one,
is
I think
insane.
he was.
Yeah,
No,
he was
he
like
was
270, 280.
He's
Yeah,
big.
he was
He
like
looked
280.
fat as hell.
Yeah, he
Head
almost-
was
he
just
almost
like,
290.
Yeah, that's
Crazy.
He was crazy. Yeah, I don't think you get a stronger version,
No.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
especially to rip your frame apart.
Yeah.
Fuck, that means you had
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
That's it.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Levon's a different critter. Same as Barbora.
Oh, yeah.
Barbora's the female
She
Levon.
is crazy.
Crazy.
There's a girl in jiu-jitsu, Gabby Garcia, that
Yeah, it reminds me of her.
yeah, she beats up.
Reminds me of Gabby Garcia
nobody,
completely.
Nobody can beat her in jiu-jitsu. That's
As a matter of fact, she would be Gabby Garcia if she did some steroids.
so yeah, Haley was like, that girl should do
Is
jiu-jitsu.
Gabby Garcia 6'3"?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think she's bigger than that.
yeah, Gabby Garcia,
Gabby
is
Garcia,
that,
and
but
she's
jacked, more jacked than
super good at
Levon.
Was she
Wait.
a UFC girl?
No,
No,
she
no,
couldn't.
no.
It wouldn't be allowed. There's not a weight class for it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, she's like a dude.
It's huge.
She's like a dude.
Yeah, it's Gabby Garcia.
Yeah, I've seen
Yo,
her
did you
before.
watch her lose to that small girl?
The little
Where
girl.
have I
Yeah.
seen her?
What was the
before?
girl who beat her?
I thought
The
it was
little
a
girl?
UFC fight. Maybe it was just
Strangled her ass to death. It was at a what's it called?
She's not 6'3" though.
Gabby's gotta be not as tall as Barbora. Barbora's 300 pounds.
Yeah, she's a
303.
beast. Born on a farm.
Yeah. It's a lot easier for a girl to get to
6'2".
Oh, my God.
She's
6'2", 209.
Wow.
That's big.
100 pounds bigger.
Bigger than me.
Yeah. 6'2", 209. She's a beast. So Haley was like, man, that Barbora girl should do jiu-jitsu. She'd be like the only competition for Gabby.
Yeah, but she got beat, right? Gabby got
yeah,
beat.
yeah, but I'm saying at the weight class. So
Oh, yeah.
If we're,
She got beat by a little one.
yeah.
Who is that girl though? She's crazy. It's way off topic. Sorry.
Yeah, that's...
That's jujitsu. Yeah, we'll wrap this up.
So, little wrap up.
Yeah.
We talked about East vs. West. We mentioned our event August 31st here in Austin, Texas.
Yeah,
it's going to be at a
flashpinproductions.com.
studio. Flashpinproductions.com.
Yes.
FLASHPINPRODUCTIONS.
Yep. Get your pay-per-view.
Buy your pay-per-views
Yes.
now. You'll have a discounted rate.
Yep.
We're working on other things like a giveaway for people that pre-purchase. I think everybody's going to be shocked at what this is going to look like compared to our other one, which our other one was insane.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be so much crazy.
Yeah, this is going to be super
Yeah.
crazy, and it's going to be consistent.
Everybody's got to understand the last one we did on a shoestring budget, and
Yep.
we turned a garage into a studio.
Garage into
And
a
did it
studio.
right.
And it still looked
Within
fucking
2
bomb.
weeks.
Yeah.
I think it was 2 weeks. We set that whole thing up from one match that we were asked to do, and we said, "Why don't we find some more matches?"
We got weird.
And these motherfuckers found more matches.
So now this one,
this
in a
one's-
commercial studio, this
It's
is
going to
gonna
be nutty.
Yeah.
Yep. We have our first real affiliate sponsor, Tier Sport,
Yeah.
TYR. It's the shoes that I wear. I should have brought them out here to put them on the table, but we will have all the links and everything if you want to buy any of their equipment.
Yeah, they started out as a swimming company.
Started as a swim clothing company for Olympic athletes, and now they're branching out into all sports.
Yeah, their shoe is fantastic.
The shoe is sick. It's called the CXT1.
CrossFit lifting for sure.
Yeah.
CXT2's dropped.
The CXT2 that's out. It's badass. I'm going to buy one of those. Love the shoe. It's great. Support, maneuverability, and it's comfortable to wear.
Yeah.
So check them out. And, there's going to be a lot more information to come about this event. So stay tuned. Like Marcus said, flashpinproductions.com.
Yep.
That's where you'll get your information. Yeah. You guys got anything?
You can find me at Arm Wrestling Chronicles on Instagram. I also have a affiliation with Cool Mitt, sports performance, helping with recovery. You can go on my site. You get 20% off, so go check that out.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wrestling Chronicles. Yep. And on YouTube, right?
On YouTube. I don't have any videos up yet, but I will soon. So stay tuned.
Very good. All right, boys.
Awesome.
Peace out,
Good night.
gangsters.
See you guys.